Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
How's Castle?
Castle is Corona weather. All the weeks are Corona weather here.
Corona
2
weather.
days Corona weather.
Hello.
Blue sky, and yes, it's
So
funny.
Corona weather is
strange.
good weather. It looks like you've got fruit on your
Yes.
tree. Is that fruit?
Yes,
Oh.
Yes, no, it's a virtual background from last autumn when we had wine in front of our garden place. Yeah, I'm in the garden. My home office is my garden office.
Nice, fantastic. How's everybody else?
Oh, thank you. How are you?
I know it's like a sad question to ask, but
yeah,
a happy sad.
we're not going there.
Hi, Sandrine. Hi, Marcos.
Hola.
Hola, Marcos.
Ciao.
Hola.
Hola, José Luis.
Marcos.
So nice to see everybody again.
Adele.
Ciao, Alberta.
Ciao, Marcos.
Yo.
Hello, hola.
Hello, hi, Masha. How everybody? So, I suppose, how's everybody doing? Is it getting better or worse?
Same.
Is it getting better or worse?
Going a bit better. Because the curve here is okay, that's why. So you can be a bit more relaxed.
Where are you now?
In Athens, Greece.
In Athens. So flattening the curve finally. So is everybody getting?
We have 150 deaths, so it's quite okay. I mean, it's not a happy thing, but at least it's not very attacking. So economically, there are a lot of problems with unemployment and this. But okay, we have to face it anyway. So
yeah.
I don't underestimate the thing, but I mean that okay, we all have to deal with that.
Yeah. Well,
but it's okay. It's quite under control, let's say, till now.
I hope that we also are able to make space for away from all the fears and all the drama of the economics. This is going to be changing so much of our lives, but it might be also the only forced opportunity for so much good to happen and so much of a different focus to have. And I am really trying to focus on that also, to not only look at what scares me, but also look at all the good news around that are small good news, but they are good news about how we connect and the planet. And I don't know, I think it's helpful for me.
Absolutely.
Hi.
Ciao, Marcos.
Ciao, Davide. It's probably the best time to fix things is when they're broken. Ciao, Daniela. Hi, Carlson.
Ciao.
Hi, Marcos. Spring here.
Hey, how are you? How are you, Pring?
Good.
So I'm gonna just begin to just talk a little bit while a couple of other people are joining. And I'd just like to say that the theme of this week is I. We've had several other themes before. We've had this is actually the 5th session. We've had honey, we've had cloud, we've had hand, we've had feet, sorry, shoes. Ciao. And I'd like to, hi, I've basically selected nouns, each time some object, something that's real, that we can, something tangible to anchor on to. And this week is about the I. And I think we, in our world, our digital world, often all our senses are relegated, you know, touch, taste, smell is relegated, and we're of a kind of very visual society. Part of my interest in vision is because the eye, apart from having external vision, can also have internal vision. And I'm just going to mute so we can hear a little bit better. And so internal vision and external vision. And I've also worked with visually impaired communities in different parts of the world, in Latvia, and also in Havana, and also in Istanbul. And so I very much have appreciated working with people with visual impairments because they have a different way of sensing. Even though we're talking about the eye, there's different ways of sensing or feeling or seeing through our eyes. And that's what we're going to explore this week. And so I'm just going to begin in a moment, gathering my sensations and thoughts. There was one quote that I posted on Instagram that I really liked, which was, "Looking but not seeing is the hearing, but not understanding of the eye." I'll just read that again. "Looking but not seeing is the hearing, but not understanding of the eye." So that was by Mokokoma Mokohonoana, who's from South Africa. And I just like that because there's definitely a difference between looking and seeing. And I think often, you know, for instance, we're at home, we're quite passive, we're quite vulnerable, let's say. And so in that sense, we're kind of looking, but we're not seeing so much. And I think if we can begin to be more active in what we do, including with our eyes, then that kind of approach can be used also for how we work through our approach to everything in life, basically. So I think I'm going to lock the meeting now. For this. Sorry, somebody's just asking for the password. Okay, so I'm just going to lock the meeting. So just like last week and the week before, and maybe if you're new, welcome. And we're going to do hypnosis, and hypnosis is basically similar to a kind of guided meditation. And the best thing to do is just to get very comfortable. You don't particularly need to listen to every word I say. It's mostly just relaxing. And at some level of mind, my words will engage with your unconscious, and my unconscious will engage with your unconscious. So whenever you're ready, if you have glasses on, you know, maybe it's good to take them off. Just feel very comfortable, very relaxed. You can lie down if you like, or you can sit in a comfortable chair. And so whenever you're ready now, we're just going to start off with a relaxation. And I'd like you just to close your eyes if you haven't done so already. And take a deep breath. And I'd like you to begin to feel a sense of relaxation coming up through your feet, through your toes, and your feet feeling very heavy and very relaxed. We spend a lot of time on our feet, but for now we can just allow them just to relax. And I'd like you to feel and sense that relaxation now, just coming slowly up through your ankles. And with every breath, I'd like you just to feel that relaxation coming up through your shins and through your calf muscles, through your knees, and the backs of your knees, and feeling and sensing with every breath that relaxation coming up through your thighs and the backs of your thighs. And I'd like that feeling of relaxation now to find its way into your hips. And your lower back, feeling very comfortable and very relaxed, very comfortable and very relaxed. And I like that feeling of heavy relaxation now just coming up your spine, slowly up your spine. Every nerve, every muscle and fiber just relaxing, very heavy and very relaxed. And up through your internal organs now, feeling very heavy, very relaxed, very comfortable. Your gut, your heart, your lungs with every breath. And I like that feeling of relaxation now just to come up through your throat. And up through your fingers and your thumbs. And up through your hands now, feeling very heavy and very relaxed. And I like that feeling of heavy relaxation coming up through your forearms, your elbows, your triceps, biceps, and all the way up to your shoulders. Feeling very heavy and very relaxed. And that relaxation now just coming up to your neck, through your neck, and releasing any tension you may have in your neck now. And any other thoughts or feelings from outside, you can just allow them to drift off now. Just allow them to drift off. And I'd like that feeling of relaxation just to come up through your face, your chin, your cheeks, around your ears as you listen to the sound of my voice. Through your cheeks and your mouth, your tongue feeling very heavy and very relaxed, all the way into the back of your throat. And all the way into the top of your head now. Any tension you may have in your temples, just beginning to wash away. And I'd like that feeling of heavy relaxation now just to wash its way into your eyes. And any images you may have seen today, any things you may have seen, you can just allow them to drift off now. And that feeling of relaxation going back into the back of your eye, all the way through your optic nerves into the back of your mind. And as you're listening to the sound of my voice, I'd like you just to feel and sense yourself at the top of a set of stairs. And these stairs are in the dark. They're in the dark, but they're very safe and comfortable stairs. And maybe they're stairs from a long time ago, or maybe they're stairs just made up in your mind's eye. Maybe they're stairs with special textures or feelings or emotions. And we're just going to go down one step at a time. And because the steps are dark, we're just going to use our hands on the handrails to help us down. 10, taking the first step down now in your own time. 9, feeling and sensing yourself going down slowly and safely, your feet on each step now. Your hands on the railings. 8, dreaming and drifting now. 7, allowing time to go slower and slower at your own pace. 6, dreaming and drifting now in your own time now. 5, going further and further down now. 4, 3, 2, and 1 now. All the way down now, all the way down. And as you're down there at the bottom of the steps in a very safe and comfortable place, it's still a dark space, but I'd like you to feel and sense how your eyes have a glow in them. How your eyes have a glow in them, almost as if they were emitting light. And as you move your head around, you can feel and sense how your eyes are projecting light onto the space around you. Feeling and sensing how your eyes are projecting light on the space around you and perhaps illuminating some parts of the wall. And as you're dreaming and drifting and feeling and sensing how your eyes are illuminating the space, glowing orbs, I'd like you to begin to feel and sense how you could be inside your eyes, and I'd like you to feel and sense how the real reason for tears is to wash your eyes. And I'd like you to feel and sense how you may be washing your eyes inside your eyes. Almost as if each eyeball was huge and surrounding you, and you could feel the liquid space inside. And as you go into the back of your eye, you can feel and sense the rods and the cones. The rods and the cones. And I'd like you just to begin to feel yourself cleaning the rods. The rods which allow us to see in dim spaces and dim light. And the cones. Perhaps you have 3 or perhaps you have 4 types of cones. And I'd like you to feel and sense yourself just cleaning the cones now. The reds, the greens, and the blues, and perhaps the 4th type of cone now. And as you feel and sense yourself cleaning each cone in the back of your eye, going from one part to another part, I'd like you to begin to feel and sense yourself perhaps swimming within this eye. Perhaps it's your left eye or perhaps it's your right eye, and I'd like you to feel and sense yourself swimming inside your eye. Dreaming, drifting inside your eye, feeling and sensing yourself moving around the eye so effortlessly. And it's amazing to feel and sense how the eye is actually a retinal mosaic, and you can feel and sense how all around the eye is a mosaic of images. And perhaps you can feel and sense yourself swimming underwater. And you can feel and sense yourself touching each image, one image, next to another image, next to another image, next to another image. And each image is a texture, has a texture. And it's through your hands that you sense the image. You sense the image through your fingertips. The texture, the shape, the form. And as you're dreaming and drifting and feeling and sensing yourself flowing from one image to another that you're feeling through your fingertips, it's incredible to feel and sense how each image that you've ever seen is stored inside your eye, going back further and further inside and deeper, layer after layer. And you can feel and sense yourself now accessing all these moments in your past. And it's amazing to feel and sense perhaps that your eye also stores images from the future. And I'm slowly going to count down from 3 to 1. And when I reach 1, I would like you to touch and feel and sense an image from the future. Perhaps an image of more positive times, of happy times, of times that have improved through change, through the change that we're all going through, the change that's making us learn new things. And I'm going to count down from 3 to 1, and when I reach 1, this image that you'll sense through your fingertips will appear to you now. 3, 2, getting ready now for that positive image to come to your mind's eye. And 1 now, just allow that image to emerge. And I'd like you to feel and sense as your fingers slide across that texture, how you could read that image, the emotions, the feelings, the sensations, the textures. And deep inside in your gut. And as you're dreaming and drifting now, part of your mind, part of yourself is just inside that eye. And with another part of yourself, we're going to go deeper and deeper on the inside. Deeper and deeper now, 10, dreaming and drifting downwards now, 9, feeling more and more comfortable and more relaxed. 8, allowing time to go slower and slower at your own speed now. 7, dreaming and drifting. 6, feeling so incredibly relaxed on the inside now. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, all the way down now. All the way down, deep, deep down now. And inside this deeper part of the self, it's amazing to feel and sense how the body is less important, and how you can feel and sense how your body is just beginning to dissolve away. And I'd like you to feel and sense how your sense of vision is expanding to different places and spaces, and perhaps to different living beings. And I'd like you to begin to feel and sense yourself seeing things through a bird's eye view. A bird's eye view, perhaps you're flying up above, looking down, or perhaps you're just sitting on a branch. That's why they call it a bird's eye view. Because wherever the bird is, there's a view, a different view of reality. And I'd like you to feel and sense how this vision, this view could be changing to something else, like a lizard perhaps in the desert. A lizard in the desert, so hot, so incredibly hot, and you can feel and sense how your eye is moving around and seeing to the horizon, or perhaps another animal in a forest, and you can feel and sense how that animal is seeing and sensing the world around it. Or perhaps a bee as you're moving through from flower to flower, and you can feel and sense how the world is seen through your compound eye. And I'd like you to begin to feel and sense how you can hold all these different viewpoints, how you can feel and sense all these different viewpoints, holding all these creatures' viewpoints all around the world. And it's amazing to feel at this level of mind how you could be seeing the whole world as it is, seeing the whole world as it is, through all these different eyes and bodies, and allowing ourselves to communicate at all levels. And as you're dreaming and drifting in this disembodied state, or perhaps embodied within all these different creatures, perhaps it allows us to have a different sensibility about the world around us. And as you're dreaming and drifting in this state, journeying, it's amazing to feel and sense how that expanded mind can stay with you even as you may find yourself in a smaller space. But how that smaller space is just a reflection of all the other spaces you visited in your mind. And in a few moments, I'm slowly going to count up from 1 to 10. And when we reach 10, we'll be wide awake and back in the space we started from. Wide awake and back in the space where we started from. 1. Slowly coming back in your own time now. 2. Remembering everything you choose to remember. 3. Feeling a sense of positivity coming back into ourselves, all through ourselves, through our whole body, mind, spirit, heart, lungs, gut. 3, 4, coming back now in our own time now. 5, 6, almost all the way back now. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you,
so
Marcus.
much.
Well, as I've mentioned other times, thank you very much for joining.
Thank
and
you.
if you'd like to, share any thoughts, you can direct message me or even post things if you like. It's always amazing to hear from you and hear the stories of how this has affected you and what kind of worlds you visited. So thank you so much
Ciao,
for
Marco.
joining. Well,
Thank you,
hopefully see you
Marco.
next
You
week.
all.
Take care.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank
Take care
you.
then.
Ciao, Marcos.
Bye. Ciao.
Ciao,
Thank you.
Marcus.
Thank you, friends.
Ciao,
Bye,
ciao
bye.
Davide.
Ciao, Daniela.
Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao, ciao, ciao,
Ciao,
ciao, ciao.
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 Awesome.